When it comes to beginner-friendly products for detailing, ceramic spray coatings are a great route to go. But unfortunately, sometimes your favorite products, they get discontinued. But today, we're going to be taking a closer look at a brand new product from Meguiars. It is their ultimate ceramic coating. Now, this has been a product that I've been really excited to test out and compare. I've worked with their hybrid paint coating, which is a super easy product to work with. But unfortunately, Meguiars may be discontinuing the hybrid paint coating, so I want to test out the ultimate ceramic coating to see how it might compare or contrast and why you would want to try this product versus some of the other more popular ceramic spray coatings on the market. So for those of you that want to see this product applied, let's go ahead and get started. So before we go ahead and apply this product to our vehicle, I want to just quickly go over some of the proper prep that they recommend before applying this product. But in a nutshell, we did a foaming pre-soak, a contact wash, we did a chemical decon with an iron remover, followed by a clay towel treatment to remove any sort of bonded contaminants that were on our paint, be it tar, rail dust, artillery fungus. That way, everything was nice and squeaky clean. Now, if you have a brand new vehicle, you might not necessarily need to polish. And honestly, you don't need to polish before you apply this product. If you have defects on the paint and you're good with it, you can go ahead and apply it. The biggest thing is you want to make sure that you've done a decontamination on your paint, that it's nice, silky smooth. If you feel any sort of grit, that means you do not have a decontaminated panel. And from there, that you want to make sure there's no protection on it, be it waxes, sealants, whatever. Oftentimes, the polish step is going to remove any sort of protection that might be on the paint, as well as clean it a little bit further should you have missed maybe some light rail dust or artillery fungus. So the polish step, it does take it a little bit further in cleaning the paint and prepping it. Plus, it can also remove marring from your decon step or just love marks that you've accumulated over time on the paint. But it's not necessary. But we did do a one-step polish to this paint. We do have some minor defects left behind. There's some tree sap that etched into it. So we'll kind of see if this product can help fill some of those blemishes, because that's actually one of the claims that Meguiars makes, is that this product can help fill in minor defects on the paint. This product you can use on wheels, you can use on glass, but we're not going to do that today because the customer doesn't want a glass coating. And you can also use it on trim. We also do have some PPF on our front panels here, but this product you can use to pretty much majority of the surfaces that your vehicle is going to see. So those of you that maybe you just think I'm going to do a good wash and apply this product, if it doesn't last more than maybe 4 to 6 months, don't be surprised, because the durability is going to really come from how much prep you do to the paint. So all that being said, let's go ahead. We're going to do our panel prep wipe, and then we're going to go ahead and apply our ultimate ceramic coating from Meguiars. Now, when it comes to panel prep wipes, not all panel preps are created equal. You don't want to just grab an IPA that's like a 50-50 mix. I'm actually using Paleus from Phoenix EOD. This is an extremely effective panel prep wipe, has nice lubrication. It doesn't evaporate too quickly, but it will just leave behind a squeaky clean surface, and that is really important for prep. Squeaky clean. That's what we want. So we're going to give this a good shake. Now, what they actually recommend with this product versus using an applicator, which most of us who have applied ceramic coatings were more familiar with kind of applying our product to our applicator than working it in. Just because to get the most out of the product, they actually recommend spraying it straight onto the panel. You want to do one spray per about 12 inches. And when you spray, you want to make sure that you are within 3 to 4 inches. They don't recommend, kind of spraying too far back, because you don't want to have any sort of risk of high spots or overspray. So we're going to spray it. They recommend applying in a circular motion, and make sure that you overlap your circles just to make sure that you don't miss any spots. The more evenly you can distribute the coating, the easier it will be to remove with less risk of any sort of high spots. Massage it in as evenly as you can. And you can see we do have kind of some halos on the paint. So now we're going to take our dry side and just kind of repeat those semicircle motions or moon-shaped motions. And if you find that some of the spots are a little bit more stubborn, just kind of go over them a little bit more with your towel. But I'm finding, just initial assessments, the more you kind of massage it in initially, the easier that leveling process is going to be. But that wasn't grabby. That's not difficult whatsoever. And right there, we've been able to apply and thoroughly remove our product. For this process, I do recommend investing in quality microfibers. These are the Mr. Everything from Auto Fiber. They even have quadrant towels that will number each side, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. For those of you that want to flip to a dry side, if you're ADHD like me, you can remember which side was I on, just go in order. But these are, you know, edgeless here. They're premium. They're not going to scratch your finish. And what you want to do is if you apply, use a dry side. And even if you want to do a 2-towel method, you can, but technically you can get by with 1 towel. Just kind of keep flipping to a dry side. Once you find that maybe that one side is not leveling quite as well, or you can always just grab a new towel. But as far as application, hopefully you've been able to kind of see in a nutshell what this process looks like, how easy it is. For $25 for a bottle, it's fantastic value. You're gonna be able to get numerous vehicles with 1 bottle. So we're gonna finish this process on the rest of our vehicle. It is now 2:15. Let's see how long it takes to apply this product to this size vehicle. When I first started detailing, I was a huge Meguiars girl. In fact, my dad always used Meguiars products growing up, and so I've always just kind of gravitated towards them, especially their detailer series, because for those of you just starting out with detailing, they do make really quality products. They're very affordable. I loved the Ultimate Fast Finish when it first came out. Great sealant, easy to apply, even great on leather seats. I also have loved their hybrid paint coating. Again, very easy to apply, very affordable. And I feel like they have just continuously been putting out solid products for the retail market. But why would I reach for this product as a professional detailer versus some of the other products that are out there? Well, for me, I think honestly, the price point is what makes this product stand out, $25. It is a little bit more of an involved process though to remove in comparison to some other spray coatings I've worked with. And I actually reached out to a friend of mine who works for Meguiars, and he said, you want to think of it not as necessarily just wiping it on. You have to work it into the paint. And that actual wiping process activates the curing mechanism. And if you're too gentle with the paint, it may not actually fully activate. So for those of you that might be worried about, am I rubbing too aggressively? I don't think that is going to be a risk with this product. Because we were working on a darker color, I could kind of see some areas where I needed to go back over it a second time with my towel. Just to maybe get it more evenly, because you might think, just kind of wipe on, a gentle wipe off. It's a little bit more involved than just kind of a gentle wipe off. So you want to, just make sure that you are giving it a good wipe down, and you can even go kind of up and down, side to side, just to make sure that you don't have any sort of kind of streaky appearance. But if you do see a streaky appearance, just kind of keep leveling. But once you kind of get past that streakiness that I'm seeing, then we've got really nice crystal clear paint. If you have a darker colored vehicle, you're gonna really enjoy using this product on it. If you have a lighter colored vehicle, you might want to turn your lights off, maybe shine a white light in the background for indirect lighting, so that way you can maybe see if there's anything left behind, or you can just be really thorough when you're leveling this product. So for those of you that might be nervous, again, you miss a spot, you see it, use your damp towel, go ahead and remove that product to level. This is a fantastic option for either the detailer or the DIYer. You're gonna get at least 4 vehicles out of 1 bottle. That's what, $6 per vehicle? And if you do what I just did and accidentally knock your towel onto the ground, just do yourself a favor, get a fresh towel so that way you don't risk getting any sort of rocks or anything on your paint, because you don't know if your garage floor was clean. So just do yourself a favor, get a fresh towel. I know you saw it. I know you were probably thinking, she dropped that, she better not put it back on the paint. I won't. We're gonna actually go ahead and launder this. And for those of you that you wanna know how to launder your towels that have this product on it, what I recommend is when you're all done, take your towels, either your applicator and your leveling one, because it's gonna have that product on there. It's gonna make your towels hydrophobic. They're not gonna really work well in the future if you do not launder them properly. Soak them in a bucket with either some soap, maybe some mild APC, anything that's kind of a solvent that will help prevent this product from kind of cross-linking. Soak it in that, launder it like you would your normal microfibers, all free and clear, PNS Rags to Riches, Auto Fiber, microfiber detergent. You got some options on the market, but You can actually reuse these if you soak them and launder them properly. That's a little pro tip for you. So we just applied our product to this panel. We haven't leveled it yet, but if you were to miss a spot, you can kind of see we have a little bit of like a smear or streak on it. That's what it's gonna look like if you miss a spot. So we'll just come in with our plush towel. I do have a good bit of pressure. I'm not scrubbing. I'm using a soft towel just to minimize potentially scratching the paint. If you have GM paint, I don't know if I would necessarily use a product like this that would require you to be a little bit more aggressive, because GM paint, you look at it wrong and it can scratch. This Audi paint can kind of withstand that a little bit better. You can see we still have a little bit. That's why I'm saying you might need to do a little bit more of an involved leveling process. But does that mean that you can't use a product like this on softer paints like GM paints, Jeep paints, things like that? No, just know that you want to make sure that you are investing in quality microfibers that are plush. I am using a Korean quadrant for my final level, so that way I eliminate, being potentially aggressive on the paint. But if I come back and take a look at my paint, I'm looking at it actually through the camera lens, because sometimes that's the best way to see any sort of streaking or high spots on coatings. But I think we got it all. I would just say if you have softer paints where you're having to be a little bit more aggressive with that leveling process, because it is actually a little bit more involved than a true ceramic coating in my experience. If you have softer paints and you're not using a gentle microfiber, you could actually reintroduce new scratches to the paint from your towel. So, this is one of those products that I think it may not necessarily be for every make and color. If you have black paint from GM, I would maybe consider a different product, because you do have to be a little bit more aggressive with that leveling process. But that being said, you do have more forgiveness and kind of a workaround with high spots with a product like this. The fact that if you miss a spot, maybe a day or two later, go over with that damp towel and you should be good to go. Most ceramic coatings, if you have a high spot days later, you're gonna have to polish that off and possibly even reapply fresh coating. So while this might have one little caveat, with the removal process, and again, I'm not sweating, this isn't tedious whatsoever. It's actually, pretty easy. It's just not what I have experienced with like a typical ceramic coating. Most coatings, you go over with your applicator, you let it flash or sweat, then you come in with your 2-towel method, you kind of wipe off your initial transfer solution, come in with a second towel, get a majority of that remaining off, then come in with a third towel. With most dedicated ceramic coatings that we're used to, like in the glass bottles, you actually don't want to be aggressive during the leveling process, because you might actually remove the coating because it's kind of so fragile in that baby stage before it cures and sets up with the ceramic coating. So the fact that Meguiars even says it's a little bit more of an involved process, I think that speaks to the nature of the strength and the durability of this product. But again, you have that ease that if there's high spots, damp towel method, you should be good to go. So we have one panel here, our front end that we need to do. We've done all of our trim, all of our paint, everything looks nice and crystal clear. I'm not seeing any streaks or high spots. So we're doing great. We're gonna keep chug-a-lugging on this, and we'll pull it out into the daylight and show you guys the finished result.
So what would you think the durability of a product like this would be, considering how involved it is to remove? Well, Meguiars said that real-world durability, they've seen anywhere from 6 to 12 months with this product. So while maybe not as durable as their hybrid paint coating, it definitely is going to be a lot more durable than most of the ceramic spray sealants on the market.
So it is 2:52. I did talk quite a bit in this video. Technically, I could have gotten this done in about 25 minutes, but technically it took us like 30 minutes to get everything applied. So we'll give ourselves like 5 minutes of grace, because I was pretty chatty explaining this product, but we're all done. We're gonna go ahead, pull it out into the daylight, inspect, and show you guys the end result. And how much did I use for one vehicle? Barely any. I did about 6 to 7 sprays per panel, and you can see how much we have left. So great value.
So let me ask you guys a question, and I want your feedback down below. When it comes to products like this, what is it exactly that we're looking for? Are we looking for ease of application, or maybe durability, or possibly both? because sometimes I feel like as products are becoming easier to work with, we have this expectation that it's just going to get easier and easier. So while this product maybe was a little bit more of a different application process than what I'm used to, you can see our hydrophobics, after we fully activated this product, are very impressive. Now, hopefully I will be able to share with you guys real world durability updates on this product as I see this vehicle in the future. So for those of you that want to see that, stay tuned.
As far as slickness goes, it is extremely slick on the paint. Initially, it wasn't super slick, but the longer it has sat here, the slicker it has got.
So my goal with making videos like this is not for me to push a product. This isn't a sponsored video. I purchased this product with my own money. But I wanted to demonstrate for you guys what application really looks like, as well as realistic expectations. A lot of it is going to come with how you maintain and prep with a product like this. But for those of you that want to see if this product really is the ultimate ceramic coating, stay tuned. While I do feel like that is a little bit of a stretch with marketing, I do want to see if this product is going to perform better than some of the more popular ceramic sealants on the market. So I actually might want to do a comparison video with this product versus some of the more popular ceramic spray coatings and sealants on the market. So if any of you would like to see that video, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. But this VW looks gorgeous after we've polished and applied our ultimate ceramic coating. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the very next detail.